Loop TT family. We're here today with the one and only K-Rich. I'm your host, Rasan, and we just want to jump right in, K-Rich. We want to know how 2014 was for you, and what are your plans for 2015?
2014 was amazing. I was very fortunate to once again have another rock solid year with the hit Go Down out of the Mill Beats family. It allowed me to travel across the world to places I've never even been before. Even when I had the success of the songs Nothing Less and Wind Back, I went to Cayman Islands and Guyana, places I'd never been before. So it was an amazing experience. And now looking onward to 2015, I already have 2 rhythms out already. I had put out my first single, Keep Bouncing, and looking forward to 2 very just out of this world releases still to come in I Wish and Baddest.
So what about competitions? Do you intend on entering any competitions? Soca Monarch, do we hear any?
I don't know. I mean, I can never really say. I mean, to be honest, I can't really tell you that competition is in my nature as a person. You know, I have my own personal feelings about what competition does to the culture. But at the same time, I recognize the impact and the power and the presence that a stage like Soca Monarch has here in the soca fraternity and in the industry, and how much it does to really market not only the artist but the art form itself. So I'm indifferent right now, to be honest about it. But the fans, at the end of the day, I always say that the fans have the final say.
So, K-Rich, we know that you're, I want to call you a fashionista, but you're very much into fashion. Your costume for last year was amazing. It was consistent throughout all of your performances. And I'd just like to find out more about that. Do you design your own costumes? What's the deal there?
I come from a background where I love to create, not only in soca and writing, but other genres of music as well, rock, R&B, pop, EDM. But also I love to do painting and like bonsai actually as well.
So you're an all-round artist?
Pretty much.
Right.
So
where does the fashion come in?
The fashion, I don't know. Actually, I kind of picked it up from when I transitioned from the rock band into the soca fraternity. You know, I was basically pulled aside. I was just like, listen, you can't dress so anymore, you know. So I was just like, oh, okay, cool. So I started to pay attention to really what was going on around the world, especially where I came from. You know, I was born in Staten Island, New York. So and I also spent a lot of time in Manhattan. So spending a lot of time there, you really see the influence come.
Manhattan means shopping, right?
It's really, it's on the pulse of what's happening now. So, I mean, I would definitely say I pull a lot of my influence, you know, from that city pulse, you know.
Right. Okay, so we noticed that you look very slim and fit, right? Not that you were not last year, but give us some tips. What have you been doing? Have you been working out all the time? What has been going on there?
I've been working feverishly with my trainer, Luke Hernandez. That's the Guru Playground. That's CrossFit. Anybody who's ever tried CrossFit could tell you it's not an easy thing to do. Most of the time you'll find yourself vomiting at the end.
I tried it once. I vomited like in 15 minutes. Yeah. It was terrible.
But the results are tremendous. Yeah. Also, the Torakan Dojo, where I do my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, always keeping me in shape, always making sure, pushing me to my limits and getting my physical condition peak.
What about diet? What about your diet? What do you eat? Do you eat KFC and all the things that I love? Have you been making sacrifices in that department?
Yes, it's so hard. It's so hard. But I've recently tailored my diet a lot I've cut out red meats, so right now I'm only eating chicken and fish in regards to meat. I cut out rice and pasta, and for the most part, a lot of fruits, vegetables, raw foods, so seeds and stuff like that. And it's an interesting diet. But when you feel it change, and it's tremendous, especially when you have to go on stage and you need to give 110% energy 4 or 5 times for the night, with 4 or 5 different performances. It pays off.
Lots of soca artists have been paying more attention to their body, and it has been improving their performances, so that's definitely a good look for you. The last thing I want to ask is personal curiosity. Mrs. K-Rich, who is she? Where is she? What's going on? Answer this carefully. Be careful.
I might as well walk into the Batcave and show you the Batmobile. I mean, oh gosh.
We want to know, Trinise, we want to know.
No, gosh, well, she's doing quite fine.
Okay, so she exists. That's all
does
I needed to
exist.
know.
She does
There is a Mrs. K. Rich, guys.
Yes.
All the girls out there who, thought they had a chance after the Fed, before the Fed, he's taken. She exists.
Yes. For
So-
the last 6 years, pretty much. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, K. Rich.
Thank you very, very much. It's always a pleasure to be here on Loop.